All right, hey Aquarius. So I'm doing a messages from their mind, heart, and soul read. Okay, so with this, you guys are going to know that this is your read based off the energy and the current situation. Um, so if that energy doesn't resonate, please check those other placements. And if you're new, welcome. All right, so I'm gonna pick up the card that's laying on the table right now, but I want to pull. I want to pull. It's almost like you got somebody coming through. Yeah, you guys got so much time. So there's time coming through very, very heavily. All right. So you got this card coming through with only time will tell. And I haven't been pulling more than one card, but I wanted to pull another card. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. And then we have if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. It's almost like you guys have been waiting for something to change that's coming through very, very deeply on your heart space. And maybe it's just not changing. Um, you could feel like too pretty exasperated. Well, I've given it all the time in the world. All right, so let's just see what your current energy is. You'll know this is your read through your own energy and the current situation. All right, so coming through, wow, your energy is so conflicting. It's so conflicting. So we have the Five of Wands where you're kind of fighting a battle. All right, it's almost like you're kind of fighting the battle of the mind, heart, and soul for this connection that's just not taking off. It's not coming around, really, is what these cards are saying. But the one coming through your heart space is your happily ever after. All right, this person that's on your heart space, you know, is the one. And it's like, how long do I have to wait though for this connection to pick up? You know, for everyone, it could be a different amount of time. But it's like your energy is like, how much longer do I have to give it? Well, what I want to say is you know, if you really believe, you have, I feel like you do have the opportunity to manifest it. But on the really important connections, especially the soul level connections, you have to think about those dynamics as not a lesson. All right. So if you want this to be that soulful connection that makes it to that happily ever after, we cannot think about that connection as we have every other relationship, because what happens with those relationships? We don't make it to the happily ever after. All right. So I feel like you're holding on to something, but you're also worried it's not happening. You're worried that it's not going to come through. This right here is new beginnings and it's commitment, but you're really conflicted about it. All right. And so with this energy, what I want to say is you can't be conflicted about what it is that your heart is desiring. Okay, you want the happily ever after, you got to think positive that it's coming through. And I'm not going to say that you're defeated, but maybe deflated in your energy, because it's like, well, how much time do I got to give this, right? So let's see what's going on with you in this situation. So this is mutual energy, and mutually you guys are going back and forth on what you should do. Mutually, you guys fear, you have anxiety, you have depression, holding on to the past, anxiety, thinking about the future, and in the here and the now, it's like you're just full of worry. I feel like both of you guys are kind of going back and forth on what is this? What's happening here? Fear of the unknown, fear that the new beginning is not coming, fear that this connection will not balance itself out is what I'm kind of feeling for you guys. Um, I also feel like, you know, depending on what page you guys are on, if you're on different pages when it comes to one another, there's definitely that bouncing back and forth. Hit and miss energy is what I'm feeling with that Two of Pentacles. So it's like when one of you guys are like, screw this and screw them, the other one's like, God, I love them. And then it's like, I almost feel like you guys could bounce that energy back and forth, you know? What I'm going to say though is if you feel like somebody's not elevating, if you feel like somebody's not putting their attention to you, if you feel like they're not giving it their all, um, I feel like you're within your rights to feel how you feel. All right. If somebody's not leveling up or matching your energy, you guys don't want to downgrade your own energy for a connection. You want somebody to elevate. So let's see who we're talking about. Who is this person? So the Knight of Swords energy is going to be Aquarius and Capricorn. They're coming through as flighty. All right, flighty. This right here is unhealthy attachments, unhealthy way of thinking. This is holding on to things of the past. This could be addictions and unhealthy habits right here. Eight of Swords is coming through as Gemini. We have Sagittarius. This person's just not coming through because this card coming in reverse is it's like it's inactive energy. So we have Aquarius, Capricorn, Gemini, and Sagittarius for signs. They could have those signs in their heart, in their chart. But this right here, this person, it's almost like whenever they do take action, they take it in such a way that it comes off really negative. The Knight of Swords is supposed to be somebody who's all about the business success and ambitious, action-oriented, positive energy. However, it's almost like every time this person comes through, it deflates. They come in hot, they come in quick, and it'll start good, and then boom, it just goes into negative. It just seeps into the negative. I just feel like this energy is negative coming off this person. They could be flighty, burnt out, impulsive, unfocused, restless, fast thinking, and essentially all talk and no action. This right here to me is pretty negative energy. And two, I almost feel like that I feel like this person probably gets offended if you are to hold them accountable for how they've been, especially for those connections that you've been dealing with this person for a long time. You know who they are. It's almost like they get offended when you kind of point out their behavior. How do they feel about you? They want a new beginning. They want the new beginning, but they're conflicted. This person could just not know exactly what they want. All right. They do feel a soulful connection with you. They look at you and I feel like they're in awe of what you, even no matter what, even their conflicting energy, their inability to come forward. And when they do, when they get mad, when they backtrack, it's like they know that the connection's deep. I feel like you trigger this person because you essentially put out this a vibration to them that you got to do better when you're coming to me. All right. The Ace of Cups, this person does want a new beginning. You got it coming through twice with the Page and the Ace of Cups. And what this is telling me is this person's really conflicted. Depending on how much time has kind of lapsed between the last interaction, this person does wonder. They come through with mental confliction on whether or not you would accept them. All right. How they feel about you, though, is love. This is warm, warm energy, but they are also very emotionally imbalanced. I feel that they are very emotionally imbalanced. And I feel like this person realizes that. And I feel like that's where that confliction draws in. But this card also represents waving the white flag, extending the olive branch. It would suggest reconciliation, and I feel like that's where this person's heart really sits. All right, so let's see what their intentions are. Their intentions, they're going to buck up. They're elevating. This person will buck up if you give it time, okay? So the intentions right here is to learn from the mistakes of the past, is to create a new reality, is to create a new beginning. This person right here, their intentions, they will level up. All right. And I feel like that's where the time, you are the only one that had these cards come through with time. And I feel like this person, it's like, yeah, I've given them a lot of time to grow. Well, if you really want this person, if you really have, if they live inside of your heart, it is going to take time. But I do feel like their intentions are to kind of recognize why you were brought to their path. All right. And I feel essentially there will be change within this person's heart, within their mental body, but we can't force that, and I'm going to say this, the more we energetically hold on to something and we desire it, it could procrastinate the changes that are supposed to be made, because energetically, if a person feels that we're holding on to their energy, it's not elevating them to change, especially on the deeper soul level connections. So let's see what this person has for you. Mind, heart, and soul. Wow. This person has done nothing but kind of tear themselves up. Look at that. The Four of Pentacles coming through the mind space. I know I've been closed off. I know I've been stingy with my energy. I need to learn how to open up. I've done nothing but protect myself throughout this entire connection. And I know it's not right. I know I haven't been fair. In the heart space, they're coming through with the Ace of Wands. Like, I want nothing more than to spend time with you. I want nothing more than to rebirth our connection. The Ace of Wands is all about new beginnings. And as a side note, I'm just going to say this person does think about the intimate times you guys have shared. And the soul space, look at that, the Three of Swords. This person has done nothing but beat themselves up. They have a lot of pain and a lot of heartbreak too. And I feel like, subconsciously, they want you to recognize that they have been through a lot, probably more than what they've ever expressed to you. And the Three of Swords is coming through because they want you to know that even more so than what they've ever told you, there's deeper healing that needs to happen within them. Most likely, this person that you're dealing with has probably pushed a lot of that down inside of them that they don't acknowledge, repressed. So, with this right here, I just kind of want to bring it to your attention, Aquarius, maybe to kind of send this person some healing or pray on their behalf that they kind of are able to acknowledge what it is they're pushing down, because I really feel like this person at a soul level is pushing down something that they're holding on to subconsciously, and that could be preventing your guys's ability to come together. It's almost like no matter how far apart you guys go, there's still struggles every time you guys come back around. It doesn't even move, So the next 30 to 60 days, let's see what's happening. The next 30 to 60 days, what's changing, what's coming to this connection. Wow, we got the Four of Pentacles coming through again with the Seven of Swords. So what I'm going to say is this card actually did show up in reverse, and then we have the Magician card. I really feel like it's time to shift focus. So if you're kind of sending some healing energy or praying on this person's behalf, what you're going to want to do is just set it and forget it. Set your intention and forget it. Don't dwell on it, okay? Because I almost feel like you will see positive forward movement, even energetically, just by you doing your thing in the morning or in the evening and then letting it go. But the Magician card also is taking action. It's calling it in. All right. The Magician card, I kind of feel like for some of you guys, expect the unexpected with that card showing up. All right. Once we kind of twist or twist in a positive way what we're thinking about this connection or this person, it's almost like a light will start coming on. All right. And it's like as soon as we take the soul focus off of this, like, hey, okay, as a friend, as a family member, pray on this person's behalf and then let it go. It's almost like there's going to be an energetic shift. All right. And I'm saying energetic because I feel for whoever is here, you've been dealing with this for some time. So I don't want to get your hopes up and say, yes, in 30 to 60 days, you guys are coming back together. No, but I do feel like there's going to be transformational healing that's brought to the connection. And I feel like that can come through you. But I also feel like, Aquarius, you kind of have to let go of the dynamic. You have to let it go, because what I feel is you could be holding on to this in such a way it's preventing the progress. And this isn't like every other relationship coming through. This is supposed to heal you. If you're a female, this relationship is coming through, asking you to heal the divine masculine aspects. So this is where the buck stops. This is where people stop. They're not going to ghost me. They're not going to treat me like this. Blah, 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 blah. Same thing for a male. Okay, this is where the buck stops here. This women are not going to use me. I'm going to step into my power. Okay. Energetically, it's loving a person from a distance so that the true healing can start taking place within you. And I just kind of feel like you guys will see a huge shift in this energy once that revelation comes to your mind space. And not the most exciting outcome, Aquarius, but I do feel like there could be big changes made within this dynamic, one that you deserve, one that it's been a long time in wait. All right, so initials coming through this read, we have CQ, AR, HB, and we got another little H. Aquarius, I'm going to leave it there. You guys take care.